Jota's story is not just one of the most mental you'll ever hear in the footballing world, but across all domains of life itself. He's gone from being a journeyman footballer to richer than Ronaldo and Messi combined in the space of 3 years. Some of you might remember him from his stint at Brentford, or the fact that he moved from Birmingham City to rivals Aston Villa, much to the outrage of the former. But chances are, you've never even heard of this bloke, and for good reason too. Aside from some half-decent performances in Spain's second division, Jota's only notable contribution to the sport was in the Championship, and he was quickly binned off by Villa when they felt he couldn't cut it in the Prem. Fast forward 3 years, and he's on the verge of becoming a billionaire through his company Groinn, which is essentially a wireless plantation system that monitors the status of crops in large fields. It operates through sensors and can be accessed on any technological device, instructing farmers when to water their plants, when not to, what sort of nutrients they need, and how to prevent fires. It might not sound particularly glamorous, but it's very much the need of the hour given the threat of climate change. So much so that the Spanish government is entering into a partnership with Groinn. That's not all. Other markets like Portugal, Northern Europe, Asia, and North America are all keen to work with them as well, which is precisely why projections suggest that they could earn up to £3 billion per year if everything goes well. Funnily enough, the only reason Jota got involved in this business venture is because he's done with modern day football. His claim, which, for what it's worth, I completely agree with, is that it's become too much about systems and being athletic. Flair players like Juan Román Riquelme have no place in a manager's 11 because stats are the be all and end all, which in turn means technical talent is stifled and players become machine-like in their approach. This, coupled with Danny Drinkwater headbutting him in training for no reason whatsoever, is when he decided it was time to hang up his boots, even though he had offers from Saudi Arabia and was being told by friends and family he was too young to retire at 31. As it turns out, a couple of his mates who had an expertise in farming suggested he invest some of the money he made from football into a startup named Remelock Innovation, which, as I'm sure you might have guessed, is growing today. They required funding, and Jota took an almighty risk by pouring millions into them. Had things not worked out, the man on screen would have gone bankrupt, but the gamble paid off. In fact, before Jota's investment, machines that held similar benefits to the one his company have created would cost around £26,000 to manufacture and purchase, whereas now, it'll take just 175 quid for the same process. It's a bit like the iPhone really. Before it arrived, you had letters, fax machines, dial-up internet, and telephones. But the iPhone put all of that into one for a fraction of the price, and with better quality too. In my eyes, there's two main takeaways here. First and foremost, you've got to block out the outside noise. Every man and their dog questioned his decision making both in terms of retirement and the investment he made, but those same people are singing his praises now that he's making bank. Secondly, never judge a book by its cover. Looking at Jota's CV and how he looks, you'll likely have jumped to several conclusions about the man. I certainly did. Yet he's blown most of the stereotypes out of the water, and I'm very pleased he's been able to do that. Do let me know your own thoughts on this insane story down below, and I'll catch you in the next one, folks. Peace.